Hello, all you cool cats and kittens. I'll take it slow until people start joining. I wish I could get that lower. Maybe I don't want it lower. Oh, I'm eating pizza still. Oh, I drove all over. I don't know if anyone actually put a tracker in my car, but I'm sure they're very confused now because I drove all over Denver. Um, and then, because I drove for so long yesterday, like 14 hours, I got tired of driving, so I came back to the hotel room. I was gonna go swimming, but the pool here is so small that I thought, like, it's not even worth getting wet, you know. But yeah, that was like a couple hours ago, and then I stretched out on the bed and I just blacked out again. Um, but yeah, I thought what I would do is, I don't know. I'm not a bar type. I don't like hanging out in bars, or I do sometimes, but I thought I'd just hang out in the lobby here. I think I'll go down like around 6 o'clock, and I'll just hang out there till like 9, 10 o'clock, and see what happens. Um, I'm at uh, I'm at the Hilton. Um, I think it's all right. Yeah, it is. It's 2525 Anaheim Drive. It's just off Iliff. It's where Iliff meets 225. Um, yeah, I can't think of anything else. The lobby, you do have to open the door for the lobby, but I'll be down there. So, um, yeah. Hey, Mary. Yeah, I was just saying, how about 6 to 9 here at the hotel? Hey, Hoolie. Hoolie. I'm rested. I drove all over Denver this morning. I forgot what it was like driving in this traffic. I forgot what it was like to sit at a traffic light for 6 minutes. Um, yeah, I was all over, and I visited some of the parks. Downtown is all gated off, so that's kind of interesting. Um, yeah, I just woke up. After I drove around, I came back here to the hotel room, and I was gonna go swimming, and I kind of laid on the bed, and I just was like, I was out cold. I guess I wasn't rested up enough last night. The token is still there, still unseen. I had a hard time checking it because there's so many people in the park. And then I realized, like, it was before, well, the first time I went, because I drove past it once and the park was just full of people walking dogs. I've never seen so many people walking dogs. And I'm like, I can't check the token because if someone sees me poking around somewhere, they might get curious and come poke around. So I did all my driving around Denver and stuff, and then just before I came back to the hotel room, I swung back by, and finally, um, because I realized people were walking their dogs before work, so I waited till later. I figured then everyone's at work. There was still people walking dogs, but at least uh, not a lot of people around. And I did my old routine where I took my camera and I pretended I was taking pictures of something, and because no one would question a guy with a camera walking around a park, unless I started pointing it at people. and yeah, I mean, it's just amazing that after 50 years, it's still there. 50, 100 years. So it'll probably be there another 50 to 100 years. And there's no blaze that fell over, so you don't have to worry about that. In fact, I wonder if being struck by lightning would do anything to it. Hmm. I forgot how dry the air is up here. Like you get out of the shower, and before you can pick up your brush, your hair is already dry. But I think I did okay. I got a nice view of the mountains. I can't believe. Let's see, what is this? General. This is May. Like there's just still so much snow up there. You know, I'm glad I didn't plan on trying to go up there because it's still just snow caps up there. So yeah, I'll stick in the city, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to check out. Um, I got to go to Whole Foods. Somebody made a big order at Whole Foods, and I got to go pick it up and bring it back to Iowa with me. There's JK. Just JK, just JK. I've had to use that phrase a lot. I have a friend who doesn't like jokes and doesn't like snark, and of course I'm full of snark, and they're like, no, no. Hey, there's treasure hunt. Yeah, so let me repeat myself since more people are joining. I thought I would just hang out in the lobby here. 2525 South Anaheim Drive, which is right off Iliff. It's the Hilton Hotel. You got to go through a roundabout to get here. It's funny because when I got back from my trip, I couldn't find a parking space, and I'm looking now, and like there's 3 cars in the parking lot, and I'm one of them. You know, there was dogs all over. Every park I went to had people walking dogs. So I don't know if that helps. I don't know if that helps at all. Walking dogs and walking children in prams, you know. Yeah, I was surprised. I even was downtown. There's people walking dogs. I don't know. Everyone got a dog. I did notice a few changes to the city. There's poles in the street now everywhere. I don't know when those got put in, but they weren't here the last time I was here. Um, and there was places where the bike lane they had poles along the bike lane and stuff. Yeah, this is the Hampton Inn. What was that again? Yeah, the Hampton Inn off Iliff. You got to turn on Black Hawk, and it goes around and through a roundabout, and you're right there. And park around back. They only have one door here, so park around back. And just remember, I'm really nervous. I don't meet people, and as a whole, I don't really. I don't really enjoy doing that. But you know, I figure I'm here and everyone was talking about it, so we might try it. And who knows what'll happen. Um, I can hear activity in the hallway. And Kyle Lazar's was talking about like doing a Zoom. Not as well on his channel. I don't know what he uses now. It's not Zoom, but they like going live on his channel when he goes live. Let's see, he goes live at 8 o'clock Iowa time, which would be 7 o'clock Mountain Time. So that's right in the middle of it. Oh, I don't know if I'll need mace. I was kind of watching my car when I got back because I figured if someone put a tracker on it, they'd need to retrieve the tracker. I was kind of watching, like, who's going to retrieve the tracker? I forgot how thirsty you are up here. Um, I have a liter and a half bottle in my car, and I just about sucked that dry. Oh, and it's noon, so it gives me like 5 hours. So I still haven't visited the antiques mall I wanted. They were closed this morning, so um, I stopped at the hotel before I went out there, and of course I fell asleep. So, oh man, my heel. I don't know if it's the altitude or the fact that I'm walking a lot or walking on uneven ground or what, but man, my heel, it was just throbbing. I've never had so much pain since the operation. And wow, I couldn't believe it. Luckily, when I woke up from my nap, it had stopped, but man, that was throbbing. That was hard. So I think what I'm going to do now is go visit. Where's my? I'm looking for my phone and I'm recording it. Yes, I am well rested. Um, yep, I got my brain back. So yeah, I visited. I went downtown. I went to a couple of the parks. Um, Hi, all y'all. All y'all's plural of y'all, but if you didn't know that. Um, I'm still eating pizza. I had a slice when I got back. I had a slice when I woke up just now. This thing is gonna feed me like for days. Um, I never made it out to Winchell's. It's like way out on the other side of town. Um, that's a lot of driving. I did drive down Colfax. I said Monaco, and I crossed Monaco. In one of the parks, I couldn't, because it rained all the way here. So I'm like, oh, what's a calzone? It's like a pizza that's been folded and then sealed around the edges, bite sized. I'm hearing so much activity in the hallway. But yeah, it's nice to be in a new hotel because nothing's like worn out yet. They got fancy furniture and all that good stuff. Haven't even turned the TV on yet. Well, I don't really have much else to say. I hope that suffices. I hope that that works for everybody. Um, what was the place? Oh, Shotgun Willie's. Yeah, I thought about that. Hey, let's meet at Shotgun Willie's, but I don't want to go to a place that has a cover charge. Have people pay to get in. Yeah, if you never had a calzone, it's just a nice way of eating a pizza without it being messy. And the ones I get from Old Chicago are just stuffed. They're just stuffed with everything. So I don't know. Like I said, I hope that suffices. I'm horrible at setting up things like this and meeting people, and something's going to go wrong. It's weird because yesterday everything was going wrong. I can't even explain. Like I had my calzone, I bit into it, and the first thing that happened was all the grease dripped down my shirt. So I got that cleaned up, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bite it. I bit my second bite. It like popped the bottom and it squirted grease. I'm like, oh crap! And I'm sympathetic to the maids, and so I cleaned up the whole area, and then I went in the bathroom. I took my shirt off, and there was water. I didn't know there was water on the floor, and I put my clothes down, and my clothes soaked up all this water that was on the floor. I mean, it was just crazy. And then one of the first things I did was I had to slam on my brakes. And I could just hear everything in my car slide forward and hit the floor. So who would come? Who is coming? And that way I can kind of judge. Well, I can't drink because I didn't bring anything with me. And I don't want to go out and drink because then I have to drive. So Treasure Hunt Cafe, cash, Treasure Hunt Cafe. No, Treasure Hunt Cash. Did you say you'd be here after 9, or was that someone else that said after 9? But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what we talk about. I can't give you clues or anything. Um, but yeah, I couldn't believe it. I mean, the token hasn't moved. It hasn't done anything. It's just been sitting there this whole time. Um, so that's always good to know. And hopefully, no one saw me poking around and went up there and went, "What the hell was he looking at?" Oh. And then I was taking pictures and I realized like there's these people walking dogs and stuff. I'm like, man, I just hope they don't think I'm taking pictures of them. So then I felt like a creeper, and I'm like, God, this day just is getting weird. Yeah, I'm just horrible at it. I just don't know what to talk about, and I sit there and I'm like, I like to let other people do the talking. Even like now on this live stream, I don't know what to talk about. So imagine that in real life, and that's what it'll be like. Um, I should have brought my shorts. It is a beautiful day out. Um, but I checked the weather report and I thought it was supposed to be cold when I was here, but it's like in the 80s. So I've got my long pants and my jeans and sweaters and stuff. It's like, nope, don't need none of this. So, yeah. Hmm. So yeah, let me check chat again. Mary, are you coming? Are you in Denver? And yes, there are crazies everywhere. That's why we meet in public and like not behind the 7-Eleven on Quebec. Um, yeah. Oh, I got a lovely view of a construction site, but I can see the mountains from where I am. And yeah, it just looks like there's so much snow up there. Um, I didn't even make it to Lookout Mountain yet. Um, but yeah, I got plenty of time. So anyway, does anybody have any objections to that? No East Coast. Oh, Mary's on the East Coast. Could I use a token from the poem? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Could I use a token from the poem? You'll have to explain that further. I did bring my replica token. Chrissy's driving. Yeah, but even though it's clear, I mean, there's a token near the lobby. I'm still not sure what you're saying. Maybe I'm still asleep. Um, ah, well, I had a token. I just dropped it and I went into the dresser. So, so I guess I don't have that anymore. There's a token near the lobby. Yeah, so I'll hang out. I'll go down at around 6 and I'll hang out till after 9. Someone said that they don't get off work until 9, so I'll hang out until 9 or 10. Um, the staff here is really friendly, and I don't foresee a problem with that. They got these big booth things in the lobby. So I'll just sit in a big booth. Um, I'll have on my green shirt. Is Chrissy driving to Seattle? I went to Seattle once. Oh, let me reach under the dresser here. Oh, yeah, no, I got it. Um, yeah, I just don't know what I'm meeting in a bar. That's all going JK out there. JK's been here. He's been mentioning stuff. So I only know it seems like only 3 or 4 people are going to come, and that's all going to be spread out. So this is going to be a stressful night for me. this is way, this is way out of my comfort zone. Turns out I made it to Colville, Utah. Yeah, as far as I know, I have not been exposed to COVID. I don't have any mask with me too, by the way. Oh, I wish I had a microwave here so I could heat this pizza up. Mm. Hmm. Utah is a fun state to drive through. Actually, there's a lot to look. There's lots to look at. Um, my daughter bought 14 home kits to test for COVID, and we haven't used any yet. No one's been sick since I've had my operation. Headed to the Northwest Folk Life Festival. It does sound like fun, and it's funny because I drove past the Aurora Mall. I can't remember what they call it exact, Town Center Mall or something like that. I drove past there last night, and there's like Ferris wheels and all this neon rides and stuff. And I'd passed a couple of those like on this whole trip, and then I realized, oh, it's Memorial Day weekend. um, that's why all these little fairs are setting up all over the place. But it looked really good because, like in Mason City, they uh, they have the worst rides, and they're just rusty. And at night you can see like half the lights don't work, and it's really not a good sight to see. But this one at the Aurora Mall, I mean, it was lit up like professional, and when the Ferris wheel was turning, these designs around it, and uh, too bad I don't have any kids with me. Um, I remember because I used to work there. That's the mall that had the shooting at the theater, um, and we used to have a location there. And I remember coming in and going, "Man, this place is a circus," because there was a big circus in the parking lot, and they still do that. And it's like brought back so many memories to see that place set up like that. But yeah, I keep forgetting it is a holiday weekend, and I will be driving back on Friday. I know driving up here on I-80. Oh man, there was just so much traffic. I couldn't even use my cruise control because there was just so much traffic, and that's what I'm driving back on. And it's I-80 all the way through, and but see, I only drove on I-80 like halfway through Nebraska, and then I dropped down into Kansas, and then I can't remember the name of this road. It was like a 36 Route 36. I was the only car on the road um, for all the way through Kansas. And what's worrisome is that I know at one point I bought gas. I filled the tank up, and then I went because then whenever I buy gas, I reset my odometer. And the next time I bought gas, I mean between the two gas stations was 116 miles, and there was no gas stations in between there. And if I hadn't have filled up when I did, I would have really been in trouble. And there's just nothing out there. There's not even like farms or homesteads or anything. I mean, you'd pass the occasional house, but you wonder if anyone even lived there because it just looks so overgrown and stuff. But and then you wonder what these people do for a living out in the middle of nowhere. Excuse me. So, Lorraine, I can't remember. Are you in Denver? I can't remember who all is in Denver. Um, and again, because I'm horrible at that. I never thought I would have to meet people. Um, where are we at here? Yeah, my card did work. Um, I think you must have a good memory because if this is what you're referring to, um, I have a brand new card and I used it for the very first time on this trip, and that's all I've used on this trip was that new card. So I was worried that they'd be. I know that the first time I drove to Denver from Iowa, I stopped to buy gas, at some gas station along the way, and my card didn't work. So I called the bank. I was like, my card doesn't work, and it's because they were like, well, we see charges outside the state. I'm like, yeah, because I'm traveling. And they had to reactivate my card. So I mean, it's good that they're watching out for me, but I was in panic mode because my bank is a very local bank. There's only three branches, and it. I was afraid I couldn't get a hold of anybody. But luckily, they had an automated system that got me turned on. Then the next day, I was able to call the bank and say, "Look, don't do that to me." It is not cold here. I think it's around 80 something. I know I had the AC in the room turned up because I like it cold. I can't sleep unless I'm cold. Um, so I have my AC turned way up. Um, but it is 1:53, which means it's 12:53. My watch doesn't change with the time zone. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna head out again. I'm gonna go visit some stores, and I'll be back. So for the final time, for those people that missed, I'm at 2525 South Abilene, which is just a few car lengths off of Iliff Avenue, where Iliff meets 225. Um, I'll hang out from 6 o'clock to whenever people stop showing up, and probably a little after 9. And I don't know what we'll talk about or anything, but I could say hello and shake hands and answer questions, I guess. But I really can't, you know, answer code questions or anything like that. Um, but yeah, and I'm shy, so I don't talk. But then once I start talking, I can't stop. So be prepared for that. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off. Um, I could do that too. I don't know if I'm autograph worthy, but I will. um, but yeah, we'll plan on that. On the floor now, Lorraine. All right, guys, take care. And I guess I'll see you all around 6 o'clock. And again, where's the X on here? Goodbye, everybody.